What is up, my friends? Cliff Ravenscraft here, and I have waited so long to be able to do another reflection from the front seat here for the vlog. And I just want to tell you, I'm super excited about life in general, but I'm really excited about understanding just how much I value driving to the gym. You know, back in November 2014, I made a commitment. I'm going to work out 6 days a week, every week for the rest of my life. And that's not a commitment to actually go to the gym. There's an unlimited number of things that I could do to work out my physical body. And I've had many different gym memberships. One time I had 3 memberships at the same time to 3 different gyms: Snap Fitness, LA Fitness, and Planet Fitness. But here's what I will tell you. I've come to the place where I now realize how much I love coming to this gym right here and what I most love about it. And I didn't realize what I most loved about it until I wasn't able to come here during the shutdown in 2020, the early part of 2020. It was just like, oh my gosh, something's not right in my life. Something's missing. It's not that I gave up on my commitment to working out 6 days a week every week, because I had made that commitment to do it for the rest of my life. And even through all the quarantine and coronavirus, I still was able to maintain that commitment, but something seemed off. Now, it wasn't the whole idea that I come here and I record reflections from the front seat, create content for the vlog and stuff like that. I was intentional about shutting myself off from creating lots of content for the first quarter of this year. And I made that decision well before the coronavirus was a thing. So if you go back and look at my content publishing schedule, you'll see that coronavirus isn't what caused me to not show up on social media or publish content publicly. That was a very intentional decision. I've talked about that in other places. I'll talk about it in other places again. But for me, it's what I missed most, and I didn't realize it until it was gone, is my commute. You see, I am full-time self-employed. I own my own business. I work for myself. I do only the work that I want. I have no obligation to go anywhere to generate income outside of my home. All of my income, all of my needs, 100% self-sustained right within the comfort of my dream home that I built with my wife, Stephanie. And I love that. It's incredibly awesome. But there's something that's so valuable that I missed when I'm like, oh, there's something missing from my life during those months. It was not going to the gym, but it was the drive to and from the gym. The commute. I missed the commute. What most people want to get rid of their soul-sucking day job from, one of the big things is the waste of time. I hear the language, the waste of time, the number of hours spent every week in the car. And of course, if that's not something that you intentionally choose to do, I could see how that would be a waste of time. But for me, my commute to the gym is something that I choose to do. It's not because I have to come here to live out my commitment to live a healthy and fit lifestyle, to give my body the physical workout that I desire to give it, to get my cytokines switched over to repair instead of decay. By the way, check out the book Younger Next Year if you want. So anyway, for me, what I want is a desire to go out and drive because of Tony time. Tony time. What is Tony time? Tony time for me is the time I get to spend with Tony Robbins. Just he and I, the two of us, hanging out in my car every day I drive to the gym, and every day I drive back. I listen to Tony Robbins. I listen to his Creating Lasting Change audio program, which is a 10-day program. I listen to his Personal Power 2 program, which is a 30-day program. I listen to his Unleash the Power Within audio set, which I think is another 7 or 8-day program, or maybe 10-day program. I am now going through Ultimate Edge, which is another, 20 some odd day program. Or I think it's something like that. But anyway, the first 3 audio programs that I've mentioned, I've listened to over 30 different times. And man, is it just so awesome the way that it keeps me focused on being intentional about how I use my mind, how I captivate the thoughts going through my mind? What stories am I telling myself? What is my purpose and mission in this life? Am I staying focused? And it's just, I love this. This is one person that I have felt very much drawn and attuned to. Now, it's interesting because there's Tony Robbins in his audio programs, and then there's just Tony Robbins at his live events. And now I've gone to 2 of his live events so far, and I will go to more. But I got to tell you, his live events are not as appealing to me. Oh, hold on one second. His live events are not as appealing to me as his audio programs. In his audio programs, there isn't all of the jumping up and down, loud music, going from, 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the morning, 3.5 days straight, or maybe even more days than that if you're in one of his extended programs at his live events. But for me, what I love is just his application of wisdom and knowledge that he has gleaned from so many countless hours devoted to his own personal and professional growth, and distilling that down into here's what you need to know to succeed in life. And he does it in such a respectful and courteous way. There's no foul language. Not to mention in these programs, these are earlier programs where he's very open about his own Christian faith. He mentioned the name Jesus on multiple occasions. It's just, I love these audio programs, and I love this time that I get to spend with him. And not only that, but I plan on buying more of his audio programs. There's so many more audio programs from Tony that I haven't yet listened to. And I know that I could listen to these anywhere and everywhere else. I know I could just sit in my bedroom and listen. I know that I could I could go out for a walk and listen to them. And I have. But there's something about listening to Tony on the way to the gym, and then going into the gym. I used to listen to Tony while I was at the gym. I don't do that right now in this season of life. I'm usually entertaining myself with some Netflix shows and stuff like that, just pure entertainment and recreation. Something a little bit suspenseful and thrilling to kind of go along with the intensity of my aerobic cardio workout. But anyway, but then I come back and I listen to Tony on the way back home, and man, is it a great primer for my mindset for the day. Now, thankfully, I'm very much in control of my thought process and in controlling my emotional state of mind and being intentional. But I can tell you that each day that went by, and then each week that went by, and then as month started to pile onto month, breaking out of that routine, I recognize, oh my gosh, I missed it. So much so that I've been recently hearing in some states, they've opened up the economy, opened up, small businesses, local restaurants and gyms and stuff like that. And in some areas, as a result of coronavirus and increased number of cases and all this stuff, that they've actually made the decision, some states, some local jurisdictions are shutting down more businesses again, like a second close down. And I told my mastermind group the other day, said, listen, if they shut down my gym, I am going to go and find a commercial piece of property that is a minimum of 25 minutes away from my house, and I will put my own custom private equipment in that gym just so that I can commute to it. That I will do that because of the desired commute time, my Tony time. I love Tony time. And I don't know, for some of you, you get your Cliff Time through the Audio Journal podcast. And I think that that's cool that there are people out there who desire to hear my content as much as I desire to hear Tony's content. And I got to ask you, are you creating content? Or first of all, do you feel called to create content? And are you developing, if that's the case, are you developing content and are you creating a platform where people can have that time with you, where you can mentor and coach them through the content that you're creating? Anyway, that's just my reflection from the front seat. I'm super excited to get into the gym. I've listened to Tony Robbins here today. Today I listened to 30 more minutes of session number 17 of Ultimate Edge from Tony, and I will finish session 17 on the way home after the gym today, and then maybe even start the beginning of session 18 of Ultimate Edge. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's what I missed most during coronavirus. It wasn't that I missed my workouts, which I had said a couple times. I was working out. I mean, maybe not as intense as what I do here in the gym. Sometimes it was just a brisk walk or a bike ride or something. Well, bike ride's pretty intense, don't get me wrong. But man, I do love my gym workouts. But what I most missed, and I recognize now, is the commute, my Tony time. And yes, I could have Tony time in a number of other ways, but it's just not as fun knowing that Tony's gonna get my mind super pumped up and energized about who I am in this world and what I'm called to do in this world, and that I'm going to stay focused and I'm going to create the life that I want. And one of the things that I'm gonna do to start my day is to get inside this gym and crush this freaking workout. And then I'm gonna come out of there with all the endorphins and the dopamine and all this, woo! And then on the way home, Tony's gonna get me fired up to go back home, take a shower, get dressed, and go conquer the day, doing only the things that I most feel called to do in this world. That's what I missed. I missed that daily Tony time. Hey, if you would like to have more content from me, I would encourage you to check out the Audio Journal. It is a podcast that has more content than you could possibly imagine from me, and I will always be sharing with you the things that I'm learning in life, the things that I'm consuming. I devote a minimum of 1 hour a day, every single day, 7 days a week to my personal and professional development. And there are seasons when I I invest up to 5 to 7 hours in a single day, any given day, to learn and to grow so that I can be more of who I'm called to be, to expand the skill set that I have to serve others, to be of service at the highest level. And in the Audio Journal, I'm always sharing that information. Currently, here in July 2020, I'm doing an entire series on all of my thoughts, all of my notes on Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, his philosophy of success. I don't agree with everything about Napoleon Hill and his theology and his understanding of the origin of everything, but his philosophy, his study of what he learned about why successful people succeed and why failures fail. There is so much that I've gained. In fact, I finished chapter 5 this morning before I came to the gym. I finished chapter 5. I will record episode 19. So I will have 19 episodes of the Audio Journal devoted to the first 5 chapters of Think and Grow Rich. After I finish Think and Grow Rich, I'm going to start sharing my thoughts and my notes on books like Psycho-Cybernetics, The Big Leap. I might even share some of my notes about my Tony time with Creating Lasting Change, Personal Power 2, Ultimate Edge, Unleash the Power Within, Unshakable, Money Master the Game, all the things that I'm learning. Profit First from Mike Michalowicz. I'm going to read that book here eventually. Stay tuned to the Audio Journal if you want to have some cliff time on your commute or while you're out for your walks. If you would like to have more content from me, learning the things that I'm learning, check out the Audio Journal at mindsetanswerman.com/audio journal. That's my reflection from the front seat. Do you have a routine that's helping you to take your message, your business, your life to the next level? If not, check out mindsetanswerman.com/audio journal. For $10 a month, you'd be shocked at how much value it will add to you becoming more of who you were created to be. Until next time, I encourage you to take everything you do to the next level. Bye.